Yeah, hello. Guys, let me start by welcoming you guys to this live. You understand? So, there's something that I want to discuss, especially about the political narrative in Sierra Leone. And you will agree with me that the caption here is talking about Dr. Samura Kamara, Matthew Wilson Kamara, of which I am one of his ardent supporters and also a member of the All People's Congress, who has a very deep belief in the APC, the All People's Congress, for making a lot of good things in that country. We had a lot of good times when former President Dr. Anes Nkrumah was in power. And so we thought we were going to get another continuity. So Dr. Samura Kamara was handpicked according to informations reaching us by the former president. Reasons best known to him, I never had any information of how former President Dr. Anes Nkrumah tried to educate us the reason why he chose Dr. Samura to be a person that is going to replace him in governance. You know, but going further to the events that resulted to the present day Sierra Leone, you will agree with me that Dr. Samura has a lot of chances to right the wrongs of the present government. You know, he started well, especially the when we had the debate, the general debate, the presidential debate, which was championed by Hassan Aroni. And so he made a lot of strides that captivated us, people like us, to support him of his honesty and straightforwardness and his non-political seductive words that he was supposed to use. He came out as an individual that was clean, that is an individual that is apolitical, not somebody that depends on the on in politics. You know, because those politicians that lied, those politicians that depend on telling people captivating words to vote for them are ones that depend on politics. Besides politics, no way. So we had what can I say? We supported him based on you know that kind of presentation that he presented himself. You know, but honestly, uh, the African politics, and even now, if you go to the YouTube, if you go to informations that are reaching us now, politics is not a child's play. Politics is not an area wherein, except otherwise, if your opponent is somebody who respects the rule of law, okay, it's all right. But if you have an opponent that thinks that the rule of law is nothing, he can get his way as the present government is doing. A lot of people were expecting Dr. Samura to have been a little bit increased, voluminous, a little bit voluminous. You know, by what I meant is not this attitude of extensive, or come on, we somebody who wants to prove that he's a believer, he's in general terms, somebody that has a docile. You cannot bring in a docile attitude in politics. Sometimes you have to raise the tempo a little bit. I understand his point. For me, I understand his point of trying to because he was looking at politics in a civilized form, wherein people can go out to the streets and demonstrate. You understand? And we don't have many loss of lives. But he saw every time the people try to attempt to go out, many people are killed. And typical examples were the issue of McKinney, when the people protested for the generator. He saw how people were killed, Tombo, and many more other areas. So I'm sure in his own calculations, he was looking at this government that, oh, they don't care about the rule of law. They don't care about human rights. They don't care about anything. All MAADA Bill cares about is how to maintain uh, leadership, how to maintain the presidency. You understand? So, so this is where I think he did not get it right. You understand? This is where I think he did not get it right, because the opponent that he's having is not an individual that somebody will smile at or sing for. You understand? We saw a lot of ultimatums that he put up, that he ended up eating his words. He reversed a lot of stuffs that made these people, this ECSL, the PPRC guys, and everybody looked at him as, okay, we can take chances and we succeed. When we catalog all the events that took place from the 2023 especially, what I will say in my own honest opinion is that I think he still has one more chance. I'm not talking about being as a flag bearer for the APC, but I think he has a chance to raise a tempo that probably would help him achieve what a lot of people wanted him to be. And you really see that the people of Sierra Leone wanted him to be the president. When you look at the events that occurred, that led to the elections, you know that the people are very much vigilant and they want MAADA Bill out of that governance. So this election, a lot of people are saying it is rigged. It is not rigged. This is not the definition of rigged election. This is another form, you understand, of imposing yourself. This is just another form of a coup d'etat. It's not a rigged election. A rigged election is you define a rigged election probably when somebody tries to change the numbers. You understand? But this is not about changing numbers. Mohamed Kone pronounced a certain number that he cannot project. He cannot project it just because he knows that the actual numbers are there. The actual numbers are there. So it is very difficult to tamper with those numbers. So this is why he cannot even publish anything concerning that. So you already saw how much violent MAADA bill was when he already saw that he started with the censors, with the registration, how he disenfranchised a lot of people, even in the registration, the censors. A lot of things took place that he prepared himself. Yet he was unable to succeed. Yes, he was still, if he had left it like that, not putting Kone into some sort of uh, force to pronounce him, I am sure he was still going to lose. Yes, he was still going to lose. But he imposed himself. So what can Samurai is afraid of bringing the people out and being killed. And these people are ready. These people are ready. You know, it is all this backdrop that you see the international community. They, whatever they can do, at least, because the issue there is an issue of sovereignty. This issue of sovereignty does not permit another state, according to international relations, does not permit another state uh, to interfere into the internal dynamics of a particular country. You understand? The only remedy is if the people of Sierra Leone can rise, which is very dangerous also. You understand? If they can rise up at this point, when this thing started, it should have been a tit for tat. That was what we were expecting. You understand? When these people stopped the APC from going to the south and the southeast, by right, they should have stopped the SLPP also to do not do anything in the north and the northwest. No matter what happens, that was where we should have started. But they left these people, you understand, debarring us, stopping the northwest people from going to the south, from participating, from politicizing in the past, in the southeast. You know. So this is it. This is why I captioned it that Samura must lead. He must lead this protest and the other guys. I know a lot of APCians, big guns, are very much angry with his body politics, the way he wants to practice politics. So they are intending to cut him short and go for convention, you know. But he has one more chance to bring out the people. He has one more chance for a test. And if he's still not afraid of, or if he's still not considerate of the fact that people will die, he can do it. But if he wants to be that individual, you understand, that person that believes in what God has kept for you will never pass you by. I think he will decide to say, okay, let's let's go everything. Let's let's forget about everything and APC find another person. And especially those people that are fighting and saying that they want to wait for 2028. 2028 is is going to be, one of the easiest elections for MAADA. He's going to change the constitution, I'm sure. He's going to change everything, and nobody will be able to contest it. You see, up till now, when you talk, they will call you to the CID. And up till now, the intimidation is still going on. So, because we would have had a kind of respite or some amount of, if MAADA would have piped down. But you still see what he's doing. You see how the bar association was tampered with. You see how now the juror system has been removed. And all these ones are just ploy to organize himself. You understand? He is trying to apportion himself to organize himself correctly to for 2028 to probably say our country is spending a lot of money from senseless elections. These are all senseless. Let's just continue where we are and bring in a government of national unity. And those guys that are supporting him, the APCians they are supporting him, can be brought into the governance system, and he continues to be the president. So the only remedy is if Dr. Samura can stand with the people, then I think he can be able to make a lot of sense. But if he thinks he wants to be passionate, that kind of person that does not think like a politician, politician is selfish. Anybody that wants to be, that is a politician, he is very selfish. You see the parliamentarians now, they're arguing that the argument is that they cannot leave the parliament because this is where they survive. They don't have any other form of, you see, it's shameful, very, very shameful for our politicians to do not have another way of surviving. So when we have a correct governance system, all these people will be useless, because when we have a proper governance system, you will see that they will tap corruption. There will be maybe a 10% corrupt practice, or maybe a zero tolerance in corruption. So, because the only way they can survive is not because of their salary. They are surviving because of this governance system that is not in conformity with the economic policies of the country. So I hope we have to pray for Sierra Leone. We have to pray strongly. Sierra Leoneans, every time they wish, and God is answering our prayers every time. That every time God answers our prayers. You understand? After Dr. Anes by coma, a lot of people were anticipating that we need to have a leader that is wicked. We said it, a lot of people said it. And I was telling people, no, it's not good. Okay. So I think what we must do is to keep praying that the will of God be done. So I don't see any lights. I don't know, maybe because people are not watching, but I don't see any lights. I don't see likes in the live. I don't see comments. You have to subscribe to this channel because there are many things that we will do. You know. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.